everyone. I want to thank you for joining us today for our first Rainbow Inspiration series. And this series is a collaboration between Blue Ridge Pride Generation Plus, AARP, and the Land of Sky Regional Council. It was developed to spotlight different LGBTQ community leaders and influencers each month to provide folks like yourself an opportunity to hear the different journeys, past challenges, triumphs, and influential LGBTQ individuals. These influencers, community members, artists, and others are going to set out to share their perspective and journey to help motivate, encourage, enthuse, and influence others. We have these talks provide each of you with, we hope these talks provide each of you with a dash of inspiration and a small tool to help you lift up when things get a little taxing. So thank you everybody for joining us today. And without further ado, I would like to welcome the incomparable Kat Williams. Welcome, Kat.
Oh, thank you, Bree. I appreciate it.
Now, Kat is a loved and talented member of our community and has many accolades, including an Emmy nomination, an AMG Heritage Award for Female Vocalist of the Year, a collaborative AMG Heritage Award for her work on video Hands and Hope. But it doesn't stop there. She's appeared on Jay Leno, America's Got Talent. She has performed all over the globe, including places like Bali, Amsterdam, Prague, and Canada, just to name a few. She has also performed for other celebrities, including Robin Williams, Colin Powell, and she has opened for Shaka Khan. So, beyond this, Kat has always been a loving and generous force in our community and gives up her time and talent to make a difference for others, including Blue Ridge Pride, the Boys and Girls Club, and has always worked towards reducing sexual violence. And now she's with us today. Thank you for your time, Kat. How are you? And is there anything I've missed that you'd like to tell the folks about?
Oh my gosh. No, I was thinking to myself as you were talking, it's like, who is she talking about?
Oh, that's you, dear. That's you. Well, I do want to start out today by talking about what led you to your singing career. It's my understanding that your career up to that point was in a very different area, and your musical journey kind of came maybe as a surprise and happened really organically, by chance even. So you want to tell us a little bit about that?
Well, as far as my career prior to that, I was in law enforcement. And I was in law enforcement. I was a correctional officer in New York State. And I've been at various prisons in New York State. And then I moved here to North Carolina. And of course, I said, hey, why not go back into the same business? So I went back into corrections. And, some officers hang out and go to bars and do other things. Me, I went to karaoke. And so that was my release from the job. So I went to karaoke and I was discovered singing at karaoke. I had no clue that singing would be my path. I just totally got discovered at karaoke. Side note, Michael Bolton also got discovered at karaoke too.
Oh, that's really interesting. I had no idea. That's great.
Yeah, it is.
Well,
Yeah, Michael Bolton.
That's excellent. Well, I am so glad you decided to really embrace your musical gift. And I want to know, what would you suggest that had to be intense, like I'm gonna leave this solid thing. And what would you suggest to others when they might go outside of their comfort zone or things don't quite go as planned?
Well, inside, you'll feel that inside, and it'll hit you like I had a reaction if I had a life without music, and I had a physical reaction to that if music was taken away from me. And I'm like, I think there's something here, and I'm just going to go for it. And so I had nothing to lose, and I said I can always go back into law enforcement. People aren't running to be corrections officers, so I can always go back. So I just threw myself into music and just let it roll. I didn't know where it was going to take me or anything, but I was committed.
That's really great that you took that leap. And I think a lot of people can take that to heart. Sometimes you just got to put yourself out there. But Kat, so we all know that things don't always go to plan. And you've experienced that in a very profound way. You were diagnosed with stage 5 renal disease in 2015. Can you
Yes.
tell us a little bit about that?
Well, that was a little wrench in my plans there. Nobody goes, hey, I think I'll have in renal stage,
Yeah,
It
right.
came as a surprise to me. It was a big surprise to me. And the biggest surprise is that I didn't know how debilitating that was to my singing career.
Mm.
And it left me with no energy to sing. And, sometimes I could barely get up in the morning. It was that detrimental. And then the dialysis, I eventually went on dialysis, which was 12 hours a day, every day, 7 days a week, hooked to a machine. And it was a lot. But if it wasn't for the community, I mean, I love our community. And I found out how much this community loved me because I didn't go through this alone. I went through this with the community right there with me, helping me with meals and all types of support. And so I always tell people if you're going to get sick in this community because you guys, without you, I don't think I would have made it through this, so with such ease and support. I mean, I'm just forever grateful for this community. So anything I can do for this community, I always come out and do because they
Oh,
came out and did for me. And so, and I never expected that. And
we love you, Kat. I got to
and
tell you, I'm going to speak for myself for just a moment, but we really do love you. You're a true treasure in our community. Now, let me ask you. So, during that difficult time, which I just can't imagine, yeah, I'm sure you had to find ways to stay upbeat and kind of keep your feet under you, so to speak. What type of things did you resort to do that?
well, music. I went back to music,
It's
and
beautiful.
it's like music healed me. I have the most incredible wife, Patrice, that you could ever have, and she is truly a partner. And she helped me through this whole ordeal. And I just get all choked up when I think about it. Is that she kept me grounded through this whole thing, and we didn't hide from it, and we researched everything, and we talked together, we sang together, and I tell you, also Unity of the Blue Ridge. It's where I go to worship, and they help me. I sang there every Sunday, two services every Sunday, and it saved me. Those songs helped me through really rough times. It's just the singing helped me and made the pain go away. It did. It just went away when oh, you see the look on my face. I'm just
I do. I do. And I have to be honest. Now, once the donor came and you think you're over the hump, you the light at the end of the tunnel, but there was still challenges. And I read that after you did finally have the transplant success, you had to relearn to sing. And that truly struck me. And I have to be honest here, full disclosure, I have known Kat for a minute or two. I consider her a dear, dear friend. And the idea of her relearning something that clearly comes from her soul, I can tell you from my perspective, that was an interesting concept.
yes.
What was it that now you said the community kept you going, but was there, how did you overcome that hurdle of relearning something so personal?
Well, it's like my body has changed. My body was changed after the transplant. Um, I have three kidneys now because they no longer remove your damaged kidneys. They add a kidney, and I have three kidneys. And so it's like my diaphragm, everything has changed now. Everything has changed. And so it was hard I used to sing from a certain place, and I no longer can do that. And I had to relearn how to sing from another place inside myself because everything is shifted now that I have the third kidney. And so I had to practice and practice to learn to sing from my new core place. And I tell you, it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy, and it was hard to breathe and sing. And I mean, it took a lot of work. So it's just like an athlete. You have to you have to work, and you have to exercise, and you have to build up that stamina again. And that's what I had to do. It took me about a year. Took me about a year or so, and I'm still learning to sing from that place, that new place that I have in me. And my tone has changed, and my sound has changed. Everything changed after going through um, that surgery, that transplant. It all has
Well,
changed.
we're so
My
thankful that that's been successful. I have to tell you, I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
No, no, no. It's just it's just everything has changed. I have changed. When you go through something like that, it changes you. It makes you appreciate the little things, and it clears all the crap out of your life, to focus on truly yourself and your healing.
That's beautiful. I'm glad you've gotten healthy. Kat. It makes us so happy. And now, we're talking about things not going as planned a little bit. And
Mhm.
so you get through all of that, you get over the hump, you're learning, you're getting back out there, you're singing, we're happy to see you out and about, and then COVID happens. It's just, and now, is there anything you've been doing in the past year to help you get through? Where have you been in the past year? Tell us what that's looked like for you.
Oh my goodness, everything has shifted. Um, I have gone back into law enforcement. I've gone back into law enforcement, which is a surprise to everybody, especially me. After COVID hit, there was no, it just was the natural path for me to go back into what I also love, which was really my first love, which was law enforcement. I've always loved being a law enforcement officer. And so after COVID hit, I thought it was a good time for me to go back. And because I still have a lot to offer. And I went back to the sheriff's department, and there I am an officer, and I'm in charge of. I'm the program director, is my title, and my job there was to ensure that there's programs running for the clientele that we deal with at the detention center, like GED, high school equivalency, they call it now, and different types of mental health programs, um, arts, whatever. And I'm very fortunate that we have a sheriff here in Buncombe County that allows me to create. You know,
That's great.
he allows me to
That's
create,
really,
and I'm another thing. I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for that. And then, of course, COVID hit, and programming is now um, on hiatus because of COVID and exposure, and we're just we're at a standstill, but there's still, I could still go visit and get things done. But I'm happy. I'm very happy that I went back. I'm very happy.
good.
I'm very happy there.
That's so great. And it actually came as a surprise to me, I must admit, that you've gone back, but you just can't stop yourself from giving to the community. And we are all
No.
so thankful for it. And it's really beautiful. Now, Kat, I want to thank you for being so generous with your time today. And before we send off and all of that, I wonder if there's a song or a few songs that you would like us to walk away with in our heads and our hearts so that we can think of that when life pushes back on us.
Oh, right now I'd say it was one of my superpowers, which is to smile often. You know, because your sincere smile, it can touch a wilted heart or blossom a smile in others and put it on others' face. And, you never know when your smile can save someone's day, or it also could save someone's life. So, smile is my word of the day. And the song Smile, of course, goes with that. Smile, though your heart is aching. Smile, though it may be breaking. I know.
Thank you, Kat.
Smile, honey.
Thank you, Kat. Well, your smile has always touched my heart since we first met. And again, I really do want to thank you for being here. And I want to thank everyone. If anybody has any questions, feel free to put them up. And while we're looking at that, let's see. I want to let everybody know about some. Let's see. Hold on, just a moment.
Oh, we got
So
questions.
oh yeah, we do. So Butch is coming to us. Are you going to
What?
are you going to continue to perform after COVID?
Absolutely. I'll never stop singing after. I look forward to singing after COVID.
Excellent. And how do we find out where to come? How to go see you when that's over? Do you guys have plans, or are you just going to be making some social media announcements?
Well, to just make some on Facebook. We'll put them on Facebook when I'm ready to get back out there. Other than that, everyone is more than welcome to send me an email. Send me an email and I'll get back to you. You know, you give me a phone call, I'll get back to you. And right there, catwilliams@live.com. Just send me an email and we'll catch up with each other. I'll answer everyone.
Excellent. So exciting. So I do want to let everybody know about some stuff that we've got going on future events while we're here. This includes our next event in the series, which will be March 3rd. We are going to be featuring Tina White. She is the executive director of Blue Ridge Pride, and she's going to share the journey as a trans woman. And in April, we will be featuring Stu Maddox, who is the director of the documentary Gen Silent. We will discuss his latest film, All the Lonely People, and share opportunities to engage further with Stu, AARP, and Blue Ridge Pride. So you don't want to miss that. And then finally, and I just want to let you know, if you're looking for a little socialization, join us for Pride Time. This month's topic is going to be, and it's real important how you say this now, love or whatever. That's going to be February 10th at 6:30 to 7:30. Now, that's next Wednesday evening, so don't miss out, because this is going to be a time of, during social distance and difficult connections, Generation Plus Pride Time wants to support an hour of community. And since February is American Heart Month and Valentine's Day lands right in the middle of that, our discussion is going to begin with matters of the heart, love, relationships, or whatever. Just join us as we talk, laugh, and share with members of the LGBTQ plus community from around the region. We are going to drop a link into the comment section so that you can register for event. And Kat, if there's no other questions, I just really want to thank you for joining us today and taking time out. And it's really good to see your face.
Oh, really good to see yours too, sweetie. You guys take care, everyone.
Thank you, Kat. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye,